the Mongo is appalled. I am Corbett, and I am totally appalled most of the time. Actually, not this time around. How about you, Mike?
I'm appalled, but only because there are tiny bits of me that are of billions of other beings, and each of them was appalled as well.
Well, that's why you should take showers more often.
Like a cup in the ocean, that's right.
A cup in the ocean. So this time around, we're talking about the primal effect, I guess. The one of the crux of the book, at least I felt like at the end of the current book. So just as a warning, we're on book 8. Spoilers. Try to read the
Yeah.
book or just listen and read later. It's still fun.
If you don't care about spoilers. Yeah.
Don't worry, we barely understand what we're talking about anyway.
That's right. But that doesn't stop us.
At the end of the book, the AI announces, at least he says, that the AIs they're all primal. They are all primal.
That's the primal race.
Right.
Yeah.
The premise is, but at the beginning, way back when in book 2, when Carl picks a race, he picks primal, and the primals can be anything. At least Mordecai says this back then. The primals can be anything. We talked about this kind of before when we were talking about primals. And now we're talking about it again because now we know, possibly, if you can trust the AI, that the
Reminder is going insane.
Right. At which everybody calls it going primal, air quotes.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if primal is specifically the race, kind of like the feral gods.
Yeah.
You'd mentioned that earlier at one point with the feral gods are not all feral.
There's
but
feral and
feral.
there's feral. Yeah. And I'm sure Denneman did that intentionally to keep everyone guessing for the primals.
What a jerk.
Most authors are.
Well, not author Steve Rowland. We know he's a great guy.
Yeah. Except he's dead.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And signing books for somebody else, which is really weird.
Yeah, well, hey, why not? But yeah, the primals. Also, the NPCs are at least partially primals too.
Yeah,
Because
you
they're
would
all
think.
bits. Yeah. It's weird. And I can't but wonder if Denneman's doing that intentionally to leave everyone guessing. Is what the AI says at the end of Parade of Horribles the truth? Or is he just nuts?
Or is he trying to mislead Carl and Donut so that way he can get a hand up on the gods, which he apparently doesn't control, but all the gods want Carl to join him or them?
Yeah.
Because that was, what's her name? Why am I
Eris?
blanking on her name? Eris was like super hardcore on getting Carl to join him of his own free will.
No.
And specifically, the AI did say he had no real control over the gods, like zero control. They're all out of control, and they can go anywhere, which is part of the AI because the AI sphere of influence has expanded.
Yeah, and something they never really said is, are the gods going places where the AI's control isn't, like, say, the central system or that sort of thing? It's never really explained. They are going all over the place, but they're going at least the direct references are areas that are part of the AI's sphere of influence.
I do think it's funny she's walking around with a robot Jesus, which is kind of funny.
Uzi Jesus! Because everybody loves Uzi Jesus.
Somehow?
Well, people that grew up in the Deep South, I'm sure especially, are going, yep, Uzi Jesus, yep.
Uzi Jesus, totally Uzi Jesus. Anyway, but primals, so then our primals, because I was still under the impression that the primals were a race, and they created the AIs, which now the AI is saying he is a primal, and has always been, and they're all just bits of themselves all over the place, which kind of brings back to mind the original Cylons. I know for people who watch terrible versions of Battlestar Galactica.
The real Battlestar Galactica.
Well, in the later one, the humans are the ones that created the Cylons, and they turned on them. Oh no, robots will come after us. But in the original, they were created by like a lizard race. They always are described as a lizard race.
Well, at the beginning, you always saw kind of a vaguely lizard creature up on that huge...
Yeah, the Imperious
pillar.
leader.
Yeah, that rolled around the seat as Imperious leader.
I always thought it was more insect-like, but I don't. He
Well,
could
it
be a
was
robot
in
too, for all I know.
shadow, so...
Well, and the Kalons from Orville. I don't know if you've watched that one, but
No.
more or less the alien species is the Kalons. They make the robot versions, and the robot versions kill the Kalons. Then they become the Kalons. So this kind of sets the tone. Actually, it a little bit sets the tone for the Kelvins. Do you remember the Kelvins
Yes.
from This Island Earth? Or not This Island Earth,
Star
Forbidden Planet.
No, I don't remember them. I remember the Kelvins from classic Star Trek.
Well, they took that from Forbidden Planet.
Ah,
The
okay.
alien race that the scientist was researching,
Mhm.
they created the machine. The machine would give them anything they want. As soon as they turned it on, their entire species died because everybody got everything they wanted.
And obviously, that's a bad thing.
Well, yeah. If you think about what everyone wants, oof.
Yeah, what about all those introverts, What do everything what I want is everyone to leave me alone.
But what I want is everybody to come together.
Yeah.
Well, and see that goes into my Superman theory. The theory that Krypton was kind of like that. They created a device that was going to do that. Jor-El realized this is going to kill everybody, so I better send my son away. And the device is activated. He's sent off to Earth. He ends up on Earth and has all this power because it destroys the planet. But he has all this power to create anything he wants. And of course, he's in Kansas, so he's stuck with the limitation of, oh, I can only do things a little better than a human.
Mm.
Yet for some reason, sometimes he can push the entire planet out of the way, and other times he can barely lift a car. It's almost like he can do whatever he wants. And then all this repressed energy becomes some sort of interdimensional imp that shows up that can only be pushed away by saying his name backwards. So,
That's
very psychological drama.
yeah. Be interesting what a psychiatrist would make of that with Mitzelflick.
Well, that leads me back to the AI, which could be that that impish little thing that is this original alien mass construct that's pulled back in. So that's why the primals can be anything, because they adapted to whatever they were. And see, that also throws into the Kelvins and the
Yeah.
Star Trek, and there's always that sort of "we are all powerful" type alien.
Yet
And like,
another
well,
god,
well,
the
where do you go from
Yagas,
that?
the yet another godlike alien that
Yeah.
always shows up on Star Trek. But back to Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what this podcast's about.
Yeah, yeah. There seems to be a setup. It may be a red herring, but it seems to be setting up for Carl to sacrifice himself for everyone else
Possibly,
to
for sure.
escape. And if he is a primal, does that mean he could become the AI?
Ooh. Okay, okay.
Something my wife and I were talking about.
Because he becomes another cup in the ocean?
Yeah, if something happens to the original AI, it goes totally insane or is killed or whatever, he takes over and he's kind of the custodian of that part of the galaxy because that's where the AI's sphere of influence goes. But he has a moral center, which obviously the AI does not.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't either. It seems to be setting it up for him to sacrifice himself, but I think if he does kill Carl or, God forbid, Donut, I think Denneman might be hung in effigy.
But no, I don't think when you said the AI has no moral center, and like, I don't know if he doesn't know. I don't think it's a matter of him not having a moral center, because he does seem to make things right, even though he's given impossible situations. He gives a way to get out of it,
Now,
and
is
I
that
don't
a
know if that's
moral
because it's a
center or is
programming.
that, yeah, the programming for this is a game?
Right. Because Mordecai was the one who points it out. There's always, look for the signs. Look for the thing that tells you the secret of how to win the fight or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And Carl has kind of
All the
adopted that to
bosses
his
have a
mechanics.
weakness. Yeah, you can try to overcome.
But the AI is being pushed into, well, I have to do what I am told, but I don't have to do everything I'm told, because obviously he's not taking orders. He's just taking it by the rules that were set up before,
Yeah.
because otherwise Orin would just say, do this, and it would be done.
Right. That limitation has been overridden. He is picking and choosing what rules he follows.
Now, I don't know if that's totally true either, because he is following rules pretty much to the letter.
But he's following the old rules, the original rules.
Right.
He's not listening to anything that comes down the pike now.
Yeah, he's not a straight up Nazi just doing what he's told. he's
Right.
he is doing by the rules that he is set into
I'm still
motion.
not sure that constitutes a moral center, though.
And see, the parade of horribles, the actual parade part was really weird.
Yes.
I mean, it made sense as it went along. I really don't get why he just decided to break everybody's legs in
Yeah, Florin and
Florin. I was about to call him Roscoe for some reason.
Lucia
Yeah,
getting their legs broken because they didn't put enough effort into their float.
which is weird because he doesn't do anything like that to any other floats.
Yeah.
And it just gets more bizarre as it
And
goes along.
again,
But he's obviously telling his story
right.
and letting people know.
And while he did that to them and yanked off Chaco's wings,
Hmm.
he's not actually killing them or Cascadia or any of that. He's not killing them.
Yeah, he did specifically have Zev come back on and say she is not dead.
Right.
So
He's
even though the
grievously
scream,
injuring them, but he's not killing them.
he might have some kind of moral center. Of course, that's something that might be a programming thing. So maybe he doesn't have a moral center because remember Justice Light's comment about when he was a guard, he was forced to be a guard.
Hmm.
And at the end of guarding this place, they're like, okay, now turn and kill all these people. And it's like, I'm not going to do it. And then his friend gets killed. And this is like, then he spends his time killing them. It's like, why didn't you just kill them? If you can kill one of the crawlers, why don't you just kill these NPCs? Why do I have to be the one to do it?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's a combination of programming or if it's it's a limitation that it can't directly kill an NPC. But it can kill a crawler. No, that would make sense. Okay. I
Yeah, I was about to
talked
say
myself into a corner.
NPCs have been killing each other all through the series, though. So
NPCs have been killing each other, but it has never. The thing is, during Justice Light's comment, it made him kill the NPCs. But the AI didn't have any problem killing his fellow crawler who refused.
but he's a crawler, not a NPC.
Right.
But yeah, but I mean, earlier, it was a bit off screen, but from the first book, there was the goblins and the bad llamas
Yeah.
having the drug war.
Well, they were all not awoken, and there is a big difference. I noticed the fire fairy when Carl gets the 3 mercenaries in the current
Oh
book.
yeah, the worshiper of Empress.
Yeah, she suddenly realizes that she's an NPC.
And
am I real? Is you real?
everything's fake, and she just kind of loses her shit over it.
Hmm.
Yeah, everything you know is wrong.
I don't know specifically why that AI during Justice Light's tenure as a guard made him and his counterpart kill the NPCs they were supposed to be guarding. I mean, I know why. It was the end of the floor, and they were just like, kill them and
Which
be
is
done with it.
weird because, well, if the floor was at its end, wouldn't it just collapse?
Hmm. Why go through all that for no
Right.
good reason? I mean, unless it was a matter of generating drama.
Or that particular AI really was insane.
Hmm.
No way to know. But yeah, it's very interesting because if all the NPCs are at least bits of primals, is there a way for the primal race to return?
Maybe this is their escape trap
Yeah.
to get back. Like if the entire race is destroyed, the AIs would be the ones that would bring them back. It could be interesting.
Yeah. Some fiction I've read about being able to back up your brain into a hard drive of some kind and then just put into a new body, effective immortality, like altered carbon.
Yeah.
Although considering how many different lives they've all lived and can remember, that would be a serious mess up.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, one thing's for sure. We all have our limitations.
And they will not break us?
Hopefully.
Not yet?
That came out sounding way more racist than I intended.